Come on down and welcome. Anybody who is just joining me, you missed the dance. We were dancing. What a dance. Hey, Shark. Oh, of course, the dog goes crazy. So welcome. Gotta love when my dog goes crazy. She's actually, I should just do a film of her because it's like she can, like, she hops up on all fours. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I gotta do a video of that because whoop, there she goes again. Like the dog upstairs is outside, and she's running from the kitchen onto the footstool, and it is the most hilarious thing actually in watching that. Just saying. So yeah. So welcome everybody to a Sunday evening. I didn't do anything on Saturday nor this morning, so I thought I'd come in, tap in to see how everybody's doing on the weekend. And as we are heading into, a the word diabolical came into my head, but I don't think that's the word I should be using. Diabolical week, yeah. And what this week is going to encounter, we do the fucking dog. We have a moon in Capricorn right now, and then the moon will be going into Aquarius for Monday, Tuesday, and we still have Mercury in Taurus. We have Venus in Gemini, speeding along. Mars in Aries, and I think Mars in Aries with that with Chiron has really, as he inches up, getting closer to Chiron in Aries is causing a lot of emotional issues and people to fire off. So I think this week we're going to be seeing a lot of people firing off, a lot of energy firing off because of emotional hurt. A lot of emotions are coming up, and people are feeling wounded. So the woundedness is there. As Neptune sits at 29 degrees, like only like maybe 20 minutes away. It's only 20 minutes away in geometry time from Aries. So it can see it's at the fence, and it's looking over the fence and say, I can see you, but I can't, but I'm not coming over. Because I got to head back. I forgot some stuff. So it's going to be going retrograde in a little bit. So same with Saturn. It's going to be going retrograde soon too. So we have this diabolical energy. As the sun is in Gemini, Jupiter's in Gemini now at 0 degrees. So I think that's what's going to be bringing in a lot of things, firing off. Whenever especially a bigger planet enters into a sign, it really kicks off a lot of energy, and same at the end of the sign. So there's a lot of kickoff of energy, and then it kind of sort of settles down when it's in the middle. And it's sort of like, okay, we're kind of used to the craziness of it. So it's quite interesting. We just had the Prime Minister of the UK, Rishi Sunak, announced that. They announced that there's an election on July the 4th in the UK, and if he gets back in, and I don't think he will get back in, but he announced that turning 18, that you'll have to do male or female a full year of service. So that's very interesting, full time. So it'll be an automatic sign up that as soon as you turn 18, you have to go into the army. And if you decide not to, like this, they're not taking any excuses. If you decide not to, then for a full year, every single weekend is you have to do some sort of community service. So that's interesting. So we're going to see some craziness when of doing, service, joining army, all of that kind of things. And I think that's also, you're going to hear a little bit more of that coming out this week. Shirley's like, bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. But I mean, they have to get people in the army. So they're, doing an automatic mandatory. That's what they've done in Spain and Portugal. They've done that in Israel. They do it in Argentina. Many countries do that you have to do a 1-year service. In the United States, at 18, you automatically have to sign. You sign up unless you're the only son in the family. So that's in the States. So it's it's kind of interesting. We'll see what happens, with all of that. So I brought out the unicorn cards and the golden tarot cards. Need to get another set of tarot cards because people might be getting maybe don't want to see the golden tarot anymore. Although I do have other tarot decks, but I didn't go around looking for them. So I have to say, this weekend it was absolutely fabulous. I did my level. I taught level 1 Reiki this weekend, and it was, I believe, what I could feel. It's nothing about any of my other classes, but I feel like it was one of the best classes I taught in a long time. When it comes to energy healing, it was beautiful. It was just beautiful. I will have some of the market. I will have some, and if there's a certain kind you want, let me know and I can purchase them. There is one that I want, and that's that soul one, but it's $90, and I'm not paying $90 for a deck of cards or $80 for a deck of cards. So so it's on my dream list. So, and kind of particular about the tarot cards. Like people have shown me vampire cards. Like I'm not into cool. Some people like the Crow deck. When the Crow deck came out, it was so popular. The Crow tarot deck, so popular. People just love it. I do have a witch's herbal deck or witch's deck. I have the Black Cat one somewhere. It's a good deck. I really like that deck. So I just have to be drawn to it. Yeah, there's a few. I think there's an Isis tarot deck or something. I know there's quite a few goddess tarot decks, and I do have the angel tarot deck, which I used for the longest time. And I'm not sure where that went, somewhere in a box, somewhere hiding in amongst my stuff. So, but that soul deck, and it comes in different pretty colors, like pink and purple. I think there's a light yellow and a green, I think. Sort of pastel-y colors. Very nice, but it's an expensive deck. And that is the one deck. But hate to say, people, Mama don't have the money to spend money on a deck. So I dream. That's what I do. I dream. So what's going on this week? Let's take a look at the cards. Right now I have, that is the unicorn deck. Yeah, I think you did. I think they're called soul deck. Olivia likes the deck too. So, but yeah, I'm going to Manville this week, and I will be in Manville. Well, in Vermilion, I believe it's at. I'm not sure, but it's in Vermilion. It probably won't be hard to find because it's in Vermilion. I'm going to be at the Shine Market in Vermilion, and readings are going to be $40 for 15 minutes. 30 minutes is going to be $80. I'm really looking forward to being there. I've only missed one market, or there wasn't a market that year or something like that. Anyways, I know there's one market I wasn't at, or there wasn't a market, and that could have been during the pandemic. So, so I'm going to be at that. And then the following weekend, I'm going to be here in Calgary at the Beddington Community Center with the Moonbeam Market. Moonbeam, not Moonbeam, but Moonbeam Market. It's the first time I'll be doing that one. And she has several different markets throughout Calgary and the surrounding areas. So I'll be at that one. I'm doing that one first and see how it does. And hopefully we continue on. And then I'm back in Lloyd for the 21st and 22nd, Friday and Saturday, and doing the market there. So looking forward to a lot of markets that are going to be coming up for me in coming up in June. So it's going to be an exciting month. I will also be in June. I'm going to be continuing on my June. I did May astrology. We're going to be doing June astrology. So for those who want to join me for the June astrology, we are going to be doing that in June. And it'll be a 4-week class, and we're going to go through the different astrological energies that are coming through and diving deeper into the astrology in June. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So let's take a look at what's going on. So we're going to start off on Monday and take a look at the energies that are coming in for Monday. So Monday, we will have the moon coming into Aquarius. And so let's take a look. Ooh, we got the 10, not the 10, but we got the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune's coming in, which is interesting because Fortuna is nestled up to Neptune right now. So she's in Pisces, and she's making aspects. She was making aspects over to Jupiter for a bit there, but I think she's they moved on. But Jupiter's her father. So there's something to do with changing. Her energies are changing up. There's going to be a switch up with the energies that are coming in starting on Monday. So you're going to start feeling a little bit, I think, having to do with humanitarian or things to do with humanity, things to do on the scale of what's going to be going on with humanity. Nope, must be a different name. And no, it's not that one. And with that, I get delight. So it's going to be a delight in the energy. So we're starting off with a not too bad of energies when we're looking at it. I mean, things are going to be changing up. So we're going to get a little bit of delight, count your blessings, enjoy, take pleasure, look at the things that are really working nicely in your life and not get, hung up on what isn't working. So really taking a lot of gratitude in the direction that you want to go into and work into. So there's some really positive energy that's coming in for the Monday. So Monday's bringing us in some changes there. Got the Wheel of Fortune coming in, but the unicorns are going to say it's going to be somewhat of a delightful change. And as we're moving into the Tuesday, we have work. So work is happening, the 8 of Pentacles. So there's something changing. There could be something changing in amongst your work, how you do your work, what is work all about. You have the skill, but there's something that could be coming in that's going to enhance the work, that's going to make things more enjoyable for you. And with that, there's the magic. Woo, magic comes in with that. So the magic is working with what you are wanting to create. So there is, make a wish, believe in miracles, always expect the best. So we have this real positive energy starting off at the beginning of the week. So things are going to be changing up in how you are looking at things, how you're looking at your mundane world, and the direction that you want to go into. And in comes the Queen of I don't give a fuck, right? Queen of Airs. She don't give a fuck. She knows what she wants. She's direct. So on Wednesday, there's a direction. This is what I want. This is where I want to go. She's not in there to hurt your feelings. She's not there. She's very compassionate. She's very loving. She knows what she wants. And she's a very intelligent woman. She just says what she wants. And sometimes people don't like it when you say what it is that you want. And then with that, you have to have the awareness. Ooh. So Wednesday's kind of taking a turn. start off, we're feeling good, but we know there's going to be a change because the Wheel of Fortune comes in. The Wheel of Fortune, which is a major arcana card, is saying something's going to change, something's going to come out. It's going to be delightful. It's going to be a little bit of magic that's coming in, but you got to be aware. There's got to be an awareness with what within the direction of where you want to go, and maybe in how you say things. I mean, yeah, the Queen is direct, but maybe it's how you say. What is it that you're saying? It how are you allowing the words to come out? And with that, that's where you got to come in and just sort of live in the moment and not overthink things, not over process. So watching the over processing and the overthinking of it as we are coming into some changes and switch ups that are coming in for the week. And with that, ooh, huge change. There's going to be some huge changes coming in for your week this week because, you know, when we hit Thursday, we have the World card. We have the Wheel of Fortune and we get the World card. So we know like this week is going to be, there's going to be something big coming up. I feel like there's something on the world scene because it is the World card. So something changing that is that we have to have our awareness about. But know the change is going to be for the good, but we may not like how it looks. That's the thing. We may not like how it looks because the Queen of I don't give a fuck comes in and the way that it comes out, the way it comes out. So we got to be aware of how we're feeling and how we're taking it. Are we taking things too personally? Is this too much for us? Because we want to expand, we want to grow, we want to do something new. So we got to really watch and be aware of that. And with that, there is prosperity. So the prosperity is coming in. So there's some gifts, there's some money coming in. So things are going to be changing. Money's always good. Nobody ever says no to money. So allowing for that prosperity and abundance to come forth as the world is coming in. So the world, you know, is coming forth. So managing, but it also says manage your finance with love. So something's increasing, but you got to make sure that bringing in a flow of love, bringing in the flow of how I am looking at how am I looking at the money? How am I looking at? Because now we're going back to skills and work. So we're looking at the skills and work. So things are changing with the skills and work. So that means that there could be something more with money, prosperity, abundance that comes in with that. Interesting. What does that look like? It's making me think what, you know, and it could be that you're taking a different change in direction in how you're doing things and bringing that in. And then the way that you're conduct or the way it's coming out, you're being very honest in how and the direction that how it's coming up. And that's bringing in the energy of the world, the energy of change. Ooh, and we have the 9 of Wands. So yeah, it's standing up for your passion, standing up for that of what you love. So there's, you know, the 9 comes in with the Queen. So you're standing up with your integrity. You're standing up with that of what you love. The air and fire coming together is bringing something that's going to ignite. So something's going to ignite on the world scene. And something on a personal note is going to ignite in yourself, in how you are doing and how you are creating that of what you love. Because the way you're doing stuff, the way that you may have been doing your work or your commute or something is changing. There's a change in there. It will bring in the prosperity. You might not see the prosperity all at once or right away, but you really have to look at, you know, when it comes to the 9 of how that feels. Makes me think, what is the question for the 9? Gotta look up this question because where do my greatest priorities lie? Ooh, courage, strength, stability. So the 9 of Wands, I mean, it's about preparedness because you're being prepared. There's preparedness, but this is also how can I reconnect with my heart center? Ooh, finances, love, heart center. What is my heart center? Work, career. How am I? What in the direction I'm going? How can I connect and reconnect with what is true for me and how I go forward? And sometimes there's a little bit of innocence. So maybe there's some unawareness. Unawareness with that. This is going to be a very interesting week. I got turbulence coming in too. So there's going to be a little bit of turbulence that's coming in. So how are we going to step forward with all the turbulence, with all the direction and changing the directions that we need to change? Because the world card, the wheel card comes in, and it's getting us to really look at what are our priorities, right? Because things are changing. And it's Jupiter. Jupiter changed into Gemini. So it's how we think. It's our mind. A lot to do with our mind and our thoughts and our deeds. How are we changing in how we think about things, how we think about our finances? Bringing forth that childlike energy can bring forth delight, can bring forth playfulness. So maybe we got to stop taking things so seriously and really step into the fun and the playfulness this week, and not get so hung up on the way we think things need to be done. So it's really coming in that a season of change. There's an internal cycle of energy, so the path of your life. So understanding, and it's funny because it's understanding the results, the state of acceptance. So it's understanding how things are coming forth, and with that, yeah, so it's getting clarity. You got to come in with the clarity. So but you won't get the clarity till the end of the week, till Saturday. So a lot of changes coming in, but I think clarity is going to come in. So we have an Aquarius moon, a Pisces moon, an Aries moon, and by the end of the week we're going to have a Taurus moon. So Taurus moon is, and the moon in Taurus is really it's exalted, right? So there's an exaltation there. So there's allowing for things to be exalted. So your energy should be exalted. Yet Venus is going to the underworld because she's changing. So a lot of what we value and a lot of what we would like and want, we may not be able to see. So we really have to take that step back and allow ourselves to, all right, let's just take our fresh eyes, innocent eyes on the situation within our lives, so we can receive the clarity that we need. And in receiving the clarity that we need, we just got to go with the flow. I hate that card. Just go with the flow. I want to go with the flow. Just give me the directions. So finding the path, surrender to the outcome, surrendering to how things are going to flow. Yeah, so it's going to be a very active week. It's not going to be a sort of a dull kind of week, but it's going to be fairly active. And releasing any expectations that you have on the week. And I didn't do the card for today, but I feel today's basically done. It's bedtime. So today's done. It's bedtime. But I will do for next Sunday. And yeah, we're going to be heading into an upward battle. Upward on what we are wanting to do, what we are wanting to structure, how we are wanting to structure the things that we want and the passion that we do. So yeah, everything is changing. This week is really going to bring in some change. We might not see it right. I don't know if it's going. I don't think it's going to be abrupt change. Might be because we have two major arcanas. Some abrupt change in the direction. I know after teaching the Reiki class this week, I could feel for my own energy how things will be changing, and how my direction in doing a lot of things will be changing, which is interesting. All positive and good, but I feel like that after teaching my Reiki class, really opening my eyes again to bringing forth healing and teaching the healing modalities, and bringing that bringing that energy forth in order. And I think that's I know that's a way of bringing forth newness, discernment. So yeah, so things are changing. You got to have discernment. You got to go with the flow, have a little bit of innocence, have innocent eyes. So don't think you know everything. Don't think you see everything. Allow yourself to have that innocence in how you are restructuring the world that you live in. Ooh, whew, man, so much. So much in 1 week. Am I ready to take the next evolutionary step in my career? And that means in taking a new step in your career and taking a new step in what it is, it's bringing in the change, and it's going to get you to where you see things are going to end in the way that you do things. Things are going to end because there's going to be a new direction in starting. Something new is going to be starting in our world and within your own personal world. How are you going to take it? So you got to take it with loving eyes. You got to take it with allowing for things to release and allow for that expansion to happen, because you got to have discernment, because there's going to be work that needs to be done. And you're going to have to ask for help, because you can't do it all by yourself. He's already got something taped around his leg. So, you can't, he's already in, it feels like an injury or something that's there, but that's a long ways to go up to the castle. There's a long jaunt to go. And you got to know that you need to have people around to give you a helping hand. If you want to, yes, it's great to know that, yeah, I built all of this. But even when people say, yeah, I built all of this, they also have to look at, you probably didn't build it all by yourself. There's probably a lot of other people that helped you along the way, and may have helped you along the way in very subtle ways. And that helped to carry some of the load for you. So you got to remember that. Whew, interesting week we have here. And as we come into a full week with Jupiter heading into Gemini for a year, it's going to be a very interesting year of how we are wanting to not overstep boundaries. I think that's the other part too that I'm getting, not to overstep the boundaries, to say, hey, let's go here and let's just learn here. And Jupiter is like, but I want to learn everything. I want to go to the stars. I want to reach, because he is the ruler of Sagittarius, right? So he wants to go to the higher learning, wants to learn so much. And here he is in Gemini saying, well, no, we need to know some basis here. We need to know some basics, and learn some of the basics, and go forward with that with discernment. Wow, so much. So there you guys go. There's your week, the week of crazy, the week of nuttiness. Another week in 2024. Oh, wow. So have a blessed one, everyone. And I will be on tomorrow morning. And if you are wanting to send a donation, definitely Mama will take donation. Buy me a coffee, buy me some gas, buy me a jug of milk, help me to keep the lights on so I could keep coming here and talking to you. Also, if you are on my YouTube, please like and subscribe, because I would love to get to 1,000. I think I need 800 people more, just over 800. So find 800 people. and we're going to like and subscribe, and we're going to build this community and get this community growing even more. On that note, sending you out so much love. May the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you, and all that you say and all you be and all you do. Have a blessed one, everybody, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Blessed be.